Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, here out of Vancouver. Vancouver Resource Investment Conference is this week in town, and as you know, Commodity TV is already here. And we have now the pleasure to talk to Maximilian Sali from Barrian Mining Corporation.
Nice to be with you.
Yeah, welcome. Great. Thanks for taking the time and great to be here in your offices. Barrian Mining Corporation. Maybe you can give us a short idea what the company is.
Well, Barrian Mining Corp is a new mining company focused on exploration in Nevada. We're about 2 weeks away from our IPO, and the demand so far has been phenomenal. I think the timing is correct with gold about to break $1,300. Everything seems to be in our favor with the wind at our backs, and I'm very happy to have an IPO at this time.
Fantastic. So you said that by now it's a pre-IPO, but in approximately 2 weeks, let's say before February, you will be listed. How large is the IPO? How much money you want to raise in there?
So the IPO is a $3 to $4 million range, and we're happy to announce that we should be at the high end of that range. Our trading symbol will be BARI.V, and we're doing our IPO through Haywood. We expect to IPO in 2 weeks, and from there get right to work on a very large, aggressive drill program to prove up our already proven asset.
Okay, fantastic. Before we come to your lovely assets in Nevada and New Mexico, I saw in your presentation that you have quite a prominent board, I would call it. Maybe you can comment a bit on that?
So I built the company with a very good friend of mine, Brad Telfer. His dad happens to be the chairman of Gold Corp at the moment. Also Jordan Trimble, who you know very well. Jordan Trimble runs a company called Sky Harbor.
Yes.
A very good friend of mine, and I'm honored to have him on the board. Our PGO, Chris Raffle, runs Apex Geos. He did all the work for Gold Standard Ventures, which is about $600 million
that was a
company
big success, yeah.
in Nevada. Very, very big success. So I built a very good team. There's a few other guys. Toby Pierce, who's a former banker from GMP in London, and Jim Gregg, who currently runs Benchmark Minerals. So very happy to have a very good board together, and we're ready to get right down to business.
Fantastic. Okay, so let's assume everything goes well. You get, let's say, $4 million. Yeah, let's hope for the best. And you're going to start. So what is happening on your properties for 2019? And maybe you can comment a little bit, especially let's start with Nevada, on your historic drills you have, because you said you have the core already, right?
The asset we have, Bolo, is a phenomenal asset. It's had a lot of historical drilling done on the property, about $1.5 million of work spent, some old drill holes and targets that have all hit good gold numbers, the best hole being 133 meters of 1.3 grams per ton from surface.
Wow.
The nice thing about the property is it's only ever really had all the other holes drilled to about 45 meters. So there's a lot to be opened at depth and at strike, and we really hope to get in there and do some work. All of these holes were drilled with no modern geophysics. They're all Carlin-type mineralization, where you'd see some mineralization at surface and you go and drill it. So we hope to go in there immediately after the IPO in 2 weeks, fly a helicopter over, get some geophysics done, pick some targets, and then begin in April with an aggressive drill program.
Fantastic, great. You're searching for gold only, or do you think there might be some associated,
so the
like
main
copper
thing,
or silver?
The main thing is gold. There is silver on the property, some very high grade silver, but we are strictly focused on the gold. And for now, that is the main target of the property.
Great. Of course, important when you run an exploration company, a 43-101 resource estimate. What are your plans there?
So within the first year and a half, we'll probably know what we have. So we hope to, within, let's say, late 2019, early 2020, have an idea and then put out a maiden resource probably closer to 2020, mid-2020.
Okay, perfect. So then, New Mexico, what's going on there?
So New Mexico is an interesting place. So we have an asset called the Sleeper Project. It's had a lot of past production, mainly silver, about 16 million ounces of silver produced between 1905 and 1941. The idea for this project is if the price of gold and silver go up, that we would go and do some work on the project. The reason why we call it the Sleeper Project is because from surface you don't see a lot. A lot of the grades start below, about 50 meters below. But to me... 50. For me, it reminds me of a Volkswagen Golf with a V8 in it. Because you never know what you have until you see it go off the line. And this property, you don't see a lot from the surface, and then you realize it's had all this great production in the past. So we'd like to get back into it. But for now, the focus is Bolo, because we know that we have good gold, good grades from surface.
Okay, fantastic. Good. The 4 million we spoke about, that's all fine. Let's say the 4 million, how long will they last?
I would say if we go in a very aggressive drill program with marketing everything, we should be able to go about 2.5 years.
Oh, that is fine. If we come to your share structure, how many shares will be out finally after the IPO, and what is management share in the company?
So after the IPO, there's probably around 46 million shares out. Insiders about 23%, and close associates about 40%. So these are all people that we know personally, and we're happy to have all the stock pooled. So that won't take away from anyone in the IPO.
So tight shareholder base.
Very tight share structure.
You know your people.
I know everyone personally in the deal.
Okay, fantastic. Well, great then, Max. I would say let's get it started.
Thank you very much.
And I'm pretty sure maybe we can do at the PDAC already a little update.
I'd be happy to see you at PDAC.
Yeah, fantastic. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, it was a short insight and introduction in Barrian mining with Maximilian Sali. And you heard it. The company will IPO now in approximately 2 to 3 weeks. Latest, they should be up and running. And the company is in Nevada and also in New Mexico. So 2 exploration assets for gold and also of silver. And yeah, we are curious what is going on, and we keep you posted. Thanks for watching us. Bye-bye from Vancouver.